Hi, my name is Frank Leo and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna do another live reaction. I'm filming this live on Twitch for those who don't know, so this is why we have the vibe that we have, kind of going through the song and talking a little bit with chat interaction that you might witness here or there. And today we're doing Polyphia's new song Ego Death featuring Steve Vai. I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people that are technically impressed with Polyphia, but on the songwriting side it's usually just like a music on the side for me. It's nothing that I get too much into. But since there's Steve Vai in it and since my community has kinda said, yeah, you should react to that, we're gonna do that today. Let's just get into it and be hopefully very pleasantly surprised by the song. Let's get to it! So, here we go, Polyphia Ego Death featuring Steve Vai. And let's see. I love how their style is totally, watch me as we're sitting totally casually somewhere. They always have a good groove, you can't deny that. The bass sound is pretty nice. I might be talking about this later, but it's really cool, but there's again this effect happening that I usually have with Polyphia. Oh, that is sick. We have the master. He's just so creative. That is a nice touch, actually. Dare I say, I would have loved if they brought in the trumpet earlier. It's a great outro, but I would have loved if they brought that in earlier. And that will lead me to something that I will talk about now in the retrospective. Oh yeah. But yeah, that was Polyphia Ego Death. Let's go into talking mode, shall we? Where do I start with this? So, it was pretty much exactly what I expected from Polyphia for the most part. I like that they went a little bit into a heavier direction this time again. A lot of the things that I've seen from them in the past got more and more into this very percussive, clean-ish section. And especially the part where they had the distorted guitars and a bit of soloing and a bit of lead playing. That's where they got me back, because usually the whole basic structure of a Polyphia song to me is just very complexly and greatly, but pretty much just kind of it's arpeggiated chords pretty much. They're playing through chord progressions in a very, very cool way, but for me, at least for me, I barely have any point of melodic reference. There's rarely a good chunk of melodies that you could hum along to or that just stick with you, because most of it is just pretty much three people slapping the shit out of the instruments in a very good way. I do appreciate everything they do technically, and they do write great vibey music, but I have never caught myself humming along to a Polyphia track or like remembering specific parts of a Polyphia track. It's usually like, oh, that's the song with that vibe. And then the thing about that is that mostly they focus on, I feel like they focus on exactly that, on the vibe of a track, on like the soundscaping, and like they do have their style, but that style, you can kind of hear that instantly, that it's this clean guitars that sound very percussively rich, like the spanky slap tone. But yeah, I mean, Steve Vai, we don't have to say a lot about Steve Vai, except for he brings greatness to this. As soon as he comes in, it's just like with the other part, where they bring in the heaviness, so the more distorted sounds and all that. As soon as there's lead guitar playing, the song wins for me. And as soon as Steve Vai comes in and does the lead playing, it's so awesome how he, although he can do all the shredding, he doesn't need to, and he doesn't just because he can. So what he's doing is just enhancing the vibe of the track until he gets his few sections where he's just showing how damn good he is. But he's not using this feature to show off, he's using that feature to actually do something good to the song, and that is to be respected a whole freaking lot. It is pretty much exactly the impression that I was expecting from Polyphia to present upon me. Pretty much just like, yeah, the song is very well composed and performed, but it doesn't bring something to me that I would now after the first listen remember. Probably that's something with Polyphia anyway, you gotta listen to their stuff a whole lot to kind of see the the nuances and the details and find the things that you could probably hum along to. But for me, it's a little bit too much this slappity-slap, arpeggiated chord resolution thing that they do, where I don't find my inner... It's probably my inner vocalist, my inner singer that always looks for melody to sing along to, and Polyphia don't really deliver that a whole lot, in my opinion, or at least for my taste. So, great track, great video, not exactly my kind of jam, but technically impressive. I mean, even on the drums, but what we've heard on the drums in some sections, those super clean hi-hat accents, oh boy, so much good stuff going on in there. And I would just sometimes wish that after a certain point they would go into just a bit more straightforward direction where something actually takes over like a voice in the song and not just a vibe of the song, not just chords that are played around with, but actually a melody, and stick to that. They did that a little bit more in the past, I feel like. So that was Polyphia with Ego Death featuring Steve Vai. First of all, I would have loved to see that trumpet that we had in the end way earlier in the song, and as I said, I sometimes miss a bit of a central melodic element in their music, which kind of carries me along, and it's not just giving me a vibe, but actually something to sing along to or hum along to. That's the one thing that I always struggle with Polyphia. They never kind of grab me by my melodic sense, but they always just give me that vibe of, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's cool. That's really tough to play. Great. So, in conclusion, great music, well composed. I mean, nobody can argue that they are not some of the greatest musicians we have right now. What they can do with their instruments is sick. But yeah, I mean, you heard it. Great track. Would probably listen to it in the background of doing something else. And yeah, that's about it. Beautiful, very complex elevator music. I'm just putting that out there. That's like an inside joke that we have in my community. To like, yeah, it's the most complex elevator music you can listen to. So if you wanna have more of these reactions, just join me here in my community. Join this YouTube channel, subscribe, like this video, follow me on Twitch. You find the link in the description below. And feel free to check out my own stuff, those links will be in the description as well, so you can be the critic of my stuff after I've been the critic of other people's music. So, have fun and see you in the next one.